guys, so if you are new to my channel, I post new videos every Wednesday, so if you want you can hit subscribe down below and stick around to see what happens. So I am going to do a get ready with me video today because I don't know that I've ever done one of these. I'm still sick a little bit, as you know if you saw my previous video. So I thought this could be a good bonus video to kind of upload. It's currently Sunday, and so typically I would upload on Wednesdays, but I think I'm gonna upload this today or tomorrow just because the video I posted on Wednesday was just kind of a chit chat video letting you guys know that there wouldn't be a video. So I did mention in that video I might do a bonus video this week just to kind of make up for it. So I think I'll upload this video for you guys this weekend. So I have all of my products laid out, and we're just gonna get into the video. Okay, so I am in my pajamas, and as you can see I have a new background. What I basically did was my computer desk, if you saw my previous videos, was against that wall there, and I decided the lighting was horrible and I needed it to be better, so I now have my desk placed in front of this window giving me glorious light. And my theme has changed. If you've watched any of my previous videos, my room was kind of dark. I had like dark blue wall and dark blankets, and everything was just dark. And I've redone it and it's nice and bright. So if you guys want a room tour with some before and after shots, let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to do that. So like I said earlier, I have all of my makeup kind of laid out in the order that I'm going to do it. Typically I don't do this. I just kind of set it all out, but I wanted to be a little organized for this video. I also have over here a mirror like this to do my makeup in. So if I'm looking over there, that is why. And then also I have my cup of brushes, and I had filmed a Black Friday haul video for you guys and the footage somehow got erased. And in that footage I included a set of brushes that I got at Target. This is the set. They came in a really cute makeup bag, and I was going to upload that video for you guys before I used them, but I figure the footage is lost. And so until I have enough time to kind of collect everything that I got on Black Friday, because we are using everything, I won't be able to refilm that video just yet. So I'm going to be using these, and so it'll be kind of like a first impressions, I guess, at the same time. So the first thing that I'm going to apply is this e.l.f. Daily Hydrating Moisturizer. The bottle is dirty because I use it a lot, and it goes in my makeup drawer, and it gets kind of yucky, but this stuff works great. I like it, and it's inexpensive. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face. And I try to focus kind of under the eye just because I have bags under my eyes, and my skin under my eyes and around my nose and up in here is the driest. So I try to focus there. And then I do like to bring it down on my neck a little bit, just because I do bring my foundation and stuff down so it blends. And then once that is blended in, I will go in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer. Now, after using a moisturizer, I guess you don't necessarily have to use a primer, but I choose to just because it evens out my skin a little bit. I have a lot of redness and freckles and everything else, so there's a lot of uneven tones here, so I use this primer to kind of help even some of that out. So, and I don't use a whole lot of this. A little goes quite a long ways, but I like to use it to kind of even it out. Ooh. And I'll show you what it looks like since I forgot to do that. This is what it currently, yeah, no, this is what it always looks like. So then Oh, I got eye crusties. Gross. So then, once that has kind of set, and both of those products dry quickly and they don't leave like an oily feeling, which is great. So next I will go in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and I have in Rose Ivory, which is actually a little too light for me, but once I add the powder and stuff, it kind of helps adjust that a little bit. So that's what this is right here. And I'm hoping that's focusing for you. Now, when I first got this, I thought it was really weird because it has that little spatula, but it kind of makes things kind of easier. So putting a little too much on. This is a little more than I usually put on, but just kind of trying to quickly do it. So I think I'm going to try this brush, which is, I think, a foundation brush, it said. So it looks like this, and yeah, and it's firm, so we'll see how well this works. I don't know. I typically use a beauty blender, but I've been kind of shying away from the beauty blenders lately because I feel like if I don't change my beauty blender often, it affects my skin really bad. Like, I don't know, my skin breaks out more. See, you can see that this is too light for me, and I know it's really bright in here, but oh, I look like I'm dying. I mean, I am light skin, but a little too light for me. And I don't know how I feel about this brush. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I mean, it's not too bad. The set cost me $12, so it wasn't like horribly expensive or anything, you know, but and I definitely am not a makeup expert, so I could be applying absolutely everything I put on my face wrong, but it's just what works for me, how I like to do it, and yeah. Looking kind of cakey. Looking kind of cakey. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this foundation, but if I buy a product and I have ways of kind of adjusting it or fixing it with other products, I'll use it until it's gone. There's no point wasting. So next I use the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder, and I get it in Warm, which is nude beige, W3. Looks like this. And so this is the brush that they want you to use for powder, and so we're gonna try it. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but it doesn't seem like it's picking up a whole lot. Might have to resort to my old brush, but I don't know, we'll see. I feel like it didn't pick anything up at all. I feel like it's like sucking up my product but not distributing it onto my face. But the other brush that I typically use puts a lot on my face, like too much product, I feel, so maybe this will be better. I don't know. I don't know if it's really doing anything. I'm not used to like a looser bristled brush like this. Used to a firmer brush that I use. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, what is that? Is that a scratch? You guys, I don't know if you can see that. I scratched myself. So yeah, this brush doesn't seem to distribute much product. I feel like I have to do twice as much work to get it to go on there. Typically I would use this brush by e.l.f. It's more of a firmer brush. So I think I'm just gonna lightly go over. I can't get this open with these nails, you guys. Somebody help me. I don't want the bottom one. There we go. Okay, so this, as you can see, picks up a lot. But I feel like sometimes it picks up too much. And I usually kind of dab at my ears a little bit and then I'll clean my earrings off, because you want your ears to be as close as the same color as your face. I mean, you don't want to have white ears and then, you know, whatever. But this is distributing a little bit more color, and I feel like the firmer brush kind of helps even out any foundation or anything that is blotchy. La, 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 la. Do I look orange? The lighting though, I feel like it's a little too bright, but I'm not sure how to tone it down. If I do this, I feel like it takes away the good lighting. Okay, that's a little bit better, right? Yeah, okay. So this is kind of a fail to me for powder. I mean, I suppose you could use it for blending like your contour and blush really well. And maybe I will try it for that in a minute here, because it does come with this contouring brush, which is like really firm, and I feel like it's really hard to blend. And then I have this blush brush, which I love. So maybe I will try this for that. So my next product that I will use is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow, and this is concealer in a makeup stick. Looks like this. And I don't know how I feel about this stuff, just because there wasn't a whole lot of colors to choose from at Walmart when I bought this. And I feel like, look, it's like, I don't know. And I'm not one of those people that's going to like do like hella whatever amounts on my face of that. So, I don't know where my concealer brush went. So I'm just gonna use this one. Oh, I like this brush for blending. Wow. Okay, so the foundation brush works amazing for blending out that contour, or not the contour, the, what the heck is it called? Concealer. Losing my mind, you guys. Okay. I just want to blend that in a little bit more. Now, I would like to invest someday in a much better product, because as you can see, and it's not showing up extremely well, but I still have little lines here, black lines. Because, I don't know, maybe I just need to accept that I'm tired and old because I am a mom. And, you know, us moms don't get much sleep. So, typically next I would add my bronzer, which is this Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer, like that looks like this. The problem is that, as you can see, it broke, and I know it wasn't me that broke it. So I'm guessing one of my children was playing in this. And so I need to fix it. What I think I'm going to do, come on, is just kind of dab my finger in there a little bit. And, maybe like apply a little up here like that, and a little kind of on the edges of my face, and just work with it, but like that. And then what do we have left here? I'm going to put this away so it's out of the way. So then I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzing powder. And it looks like this. And so I am going to take, now I used this brush, I'm not going to lie, the other night when I went out for this. And I feel like it was so, like, concentrated, is that the word? That I actually, because it didn't blend real well, it applied it well, but it didn't blend well. I felt like I had a 5 o'clock shadow. So I'm hoping that brush that I was talking about earlier will help kind of diffuse that a little bit. And I like to bring it up just so that it doesn't look so like, ooh, I don't want it to look like it's my sideburn coming over like Elvis or something. But as you can see, it's in there quite well. So just bring it up. I don't know how anybody else feels, but I feel like when I apply makeup to the right side, it's so much easier than the left. See, I've got that. And then I like to go in just real lightly on these little edges here, because your girl got a little bit of a chubby face here. And I just like to slim it out a little bit. And then a little bit on my nose. Because I hate my nose like so much. I hate it so much. I have like a pudgy nose, I don't know. So that's what that looks like. And then I do not use the blush that is in here. Oops. I use the Wet n Wild Color Icon in Mellow Wine. It looks like this. And some of these products you guys saw in my makeup haul. And it's this color. It's like a nice fall color. And I use this brush, which is a Luxie brush in 504, and it's a large angled brush. Looks like this. And it's a very dark, and as you can see, that's crazy. I would never go out of the house with that dark on. So we need to blend this out because it is way too dark for me. So I'm going to take this brush that we used earlier, like a whatever foundation brush, and I'm going to go in with this and try to blend out some of this. And it's blended it out a little bit better, but it's still quite dark. I usually go with a little bit of a lighter shade in blush, but I thought I'd be ballsy today. Okay, so it's blended it out some, but as you can see, it's still very dark. But, you know, that's okay. It's Sunday. I'm not going anywhere. I ain't worried about it. So, next I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Precious Petals. Looks like this. And this is the color. It's very pretty. And I'm going to use this brush and just lightly put some on there. And then add the highlight here. And I don't know if you can see it, but I don't know how to work this brush because I've never really used one before. And like I said before, I am definitely not a makeup artist. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. I just do what feels right for me and works for me. So, I don't like, okay, that brush was like shedding or something, because I feel like I have hair on my face now and I don't like it. Okay, so now I'm going okay. So now I'm going to take this little spoolie brush, which is on, oops, I got it all over my hand, which is on this pencil, but I don't use the pencil. I actually use just the spoolie. Oh my god, there's hair on my face or something. Ugh. And I'm just gonna go ahead and brush my brows out a little bit. Just to kind of get some of that cover up and powder and stuff off of there. And I used to go in and like add a little powder to them, but I'm not going to do that today. Did I just draw on my face? No. Normally I would take this Exposed palette, which is basically like, it's Pure Crown Exposed Shadow Palette. It's kind of like a naked palette, and as you can see, I have used it a lot. Typically, I would use this color here, right here, this one, and I would, it's number 23 in the palette, and I would darken my eyebrows and shape them. And I guess I could do that right now and kind of show you guys. I just go in a little bit like this and just kind of darken them up so they're closer to my hair color. Speaking of hair color, you guys are probably wondering what happened to the blonde hair. The hair dye that I have on right now is a semi-permanent hair dye, so it can be removed very easily. But I did it because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I looked not so good with the blonde, and it was a bit orange even after toning it, and I feel like, I don't know, but I'm actually thinking about just removing this and toning my hair again and seeing how the blonde goes. I don't know, I like the dark look, but I will see. So now let me mention, my eyebrows are completely different from each other. No matter what I do, they always end up looking different. This one's kind of like sleek and kind of the square shape, and this one is always rounded, and I've tried to do the best I could to fix it, and they just do that. Also, if you can see right here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of cakey right here. That seems to happen to me no matter what I do as far as moisturizer or anything. So if you guys have any like tips or tricks to get rid of this here, please let me know, because it drives me insane. Okay, so next I'm gonna take my Nude Awakening by Wet n Wild. It looks like this, and I'm going to take the darker color on here, which is this one here. It's almost like a purple color, and I'm gonna take that color with this brush. It's kind of a firm little brush, and it's just a blending brush, but I actually use it in my crease because for me it just, I don't know, I just like it there. And so I'm just gonna go in right here and kind of blend it around, and then bring it up into my crease like this. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just do this because I think I know what I'm doing, but I don't. And then I'll do the same thing over here and just kind of bring it up. So I want to mention to you guys something about this eyeshadow palette. So for those of you that want like a really good palette, but you don't want to go and spend, you know, $50 on one, this would be a good palette for you, because I don't have to use very much. In fact, I usually have to tap some off because it's very, very good. So next I'm going to take this brush, which is the crown brush that came with my palette, and I use this fluffy little brush that's loose to do the next step, which for me is I usually take this color here. It's just like a light pinkish glittery color right there, and I'll take that and I'll just kind of blend everything in like this, and it just kind of blends that out so it's not so harsh, as you can see. Ta-da. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend it out like this.
Oh, the dinosaurs feared the T-Rex.
My phone. So I do always have a little fallout. I should really not do my under eye makeup. Oh, look, you can see. Until after I'm done with my eyes, but I don't care. Okay, so once that's done, I'm gonna take the other end, which is this thing. It's kind of a flat brush, and I'm going to put it into this one here, which is coming off really light. There we go. It's kind of a glittery peachy color, and I'm just going to dab it on there, and then I'm just going to bring that into my inner crease here, bring it up, and kind of just spread it out, which I know looks crazy, but it's how I like it. There. And that's what I do. I mean, again, not a professional. Just do whatever. Just do it however I feel like doing it. Then I'm going to just take this LA Colors liner, which is just a typical liner pencil thingy, and I'm gonna just underline, line my lash line, or whatever that's called. My wet line, lash line, eyeball line, I don't know. And I don't do anything fancy like wings or anything. I just bring it up and out just a little bit. Because I'm just simple and basic. And I can't do all that fancy stuff. Okay, so there's the liner. Looking crazy, I know. Put my brushes away. Then I'm going to take... And this is Wet n Wild's Max Volume Waterproof. And actually I lied. I'm taking the Wet n Wild Mega Volume. And it's just the yellow one. And I'm going to take that. And I'm just going to put it on. I don't wear false lashes for 2 reasons. One, my lashes are pretty long and curly already. Ow, that hurt. Yeah, I all screwed it up now. But also because I can't put them on to save my life. So, I've tried many, many times to put them on. And I am completely horrible at it. So, I just try to use like a voluming one. Yeah, so this is what they look like. And then I go in with this one, which is the Wet n Wild Max Volume Waterproof. And I use this because I like the brush on here. It's kind of thick at one end and thins out. So for me, that just adds a little more volume. And it also kind of separates and pulls off any thick, chunky areas where it's clumpy. So I feel like it helps like define them a little bit. Because I've never had really a whole lot. Oops. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. What just happened? Oh, it was paint. I was like, where did that come from? I've never really had much product come off of this, to be honest. I have a piece of paint. This is chipping because it's just falling apart. It's gross and crazy. Okay, so now my lips have stuff on them, and I know that drives you guys insane. My chapstick, and I just use just regular chapstick brand chapstick in strawberry, and I just apply it. Usually I'll apply it to my lips before I do my eyes, just so that they're nice and moist before I apply anything to my lips. Now I have 2 of these. I have I don't know what it is, but I have this one and I have the darker one. The dark one I guess would be good for like a night out, but I'm not one of those people that looks very good with, you know, lip stuff on. So I try to go with a safer color. This is the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit, and it is a matte lipstick, so when it dries it does not smudge or come off, which is nice. Unless, of course, you wipe it off, but it looks like this. It's a pretty color. It's kind of a nude color. And that's basically it. I don't look good with lipsticks on at all. And then I use this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Fini Natural and just finishing spray. So and it just looks like this. I still feel like I have hair on my nose, and I just lightly do it because I feel like if I put too much on, then I just feel like my face just gets wet. I really hate this. Like, what do I do about that? I look like I got punched in the face when really it's just, maybe I need a lift. Do I need a lift? An eye lift? Anyways, guys, so that is kind of like my everyday look. Well, this is more like going out with friends look, but anytime I wear makeup, I just kind of do this look. Not usually so heavy on this. I usually use a lighter tone blush and stuff, but not too shabby, huh? So to finish it off, sometimes I will just throw on this cute little headband, pull my bangs through, and add a little bit of product to my hair to get it to kind of stay where I want it to. Bring this down. And yeah, so that completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me attempt to do my makeup. If you guys have any questions about the products that I use, go ahead and comment down below. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit the like button. And again, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. And I hope that this kind of made up for the whole situation with Wednesday. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Oh, let me know. Is the lighting better? Need feedback. Okay, guys. Bye. Thank you.